Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Cancer. Happy birthday, July Cancers, for July 2019. Welcome, Cancer. Let's see what messages we have coming through for you in July. The Hierophant. So literally he means trust your moral compass. What do you feel? What means to you? What's your guideline? What is your sort of... It all ties in with authority. The Hierophant, I guess originally he was, you know, like the Pope, the Church, all that sort of thing. But we've kind of moved away from that kind of energy to sort of rely on ourselves to... trust our own intuition and moral compass rather than trotting off to church, because there's been some, you know, unfortunate incidents. However, you know, I guess it's just a sign of the times too. People are becoming a lot more sort of intuitive about what their guidelines for how they want to live their life. So very much, very religious type of looking card, but also it's about, you know, just really sticking to what suits you and what you know is right and wrong. Where you are right now, Cancer. The moon, again, we have the moon, your planet, this month of July. So, yeah, things a bit foggy, but you're kind of used to that because the moon is your planet, Cancer. I don't know if you can see, but there's the little... icon there, symbol for Cancer sitting there. So it's about using intuition rather than the mind energy, because you'll get confused. So really go within this month, be introspective about your emotions, and because it is your sign, you do that normally and naturally. So, but yeah, there we have something coming up for you. Probably come to light a bit later on, as it usually does with the moon. It only gets full once a month, and then we can see everything, and that's the intensity of it when it's full. What's brought that in or crosses that and the whole reading is the Six of Coins. So very much stability, earth feeling, things going really well at work. So, for example, if you've got a bit of a problem with somebody at work, or you can feel there's a situation that's a bit sort of, you know, covered up, or there's someone or a group of people being deceptive, you're right, but just carry on doing what you're doing. You're doing well, so don't worry so much. Just let whatever it is going on come to the surface naturally. You just get on with what you've got to get on with, Cancer. Very balanced this month. The background of the situation. The Queen of Swords. So yeah, recently she fits with the, you know, Gemini season we've just exited, and so she's all about May, June time. Very sort of using that sword to cut through any stuff that's been going on. Quite acute with her vision and how she sees things, says what she thinks, despite whether people like it or not. She's quite strong in what she says. She's direct, but she usually sort of tells people exactly how it is. But that's in your background too, so perhaps you learnt that during that 4 weeks of Gemini that we've just come out of. Recent influences, the Ten of Coins. This is very similar to your cousin, Scorpio. Being grounded, you know, very much grounded at the moment, and very much, you know, financially stable. Things stable for you in terms of what you're doing work-wise. Things are running well. Just let the other watery sort of energies do their tricks that they do, and it will be revealed, but just they're coming through quite strong and stable this month, Cancer, which is great for your birthday month as well, I must say. The lesson you'll be learning in July is the Five of Coins. So if there is an awkward situation with the fives usually bring through that sort of, you know, it's change, it's a bit turmoil, can be difficult times. And here you are standing on the outside looking in, feeling sad, feeling left out of a situation and just watching it from outside in the cold and just feeling a bit sort of dejected really. But this energy is very transitional, Cancer, so don't you know, put too much store by it. You might feel like that, but that's not the end of the story by any means. So if this is you in July, just go with that and think, okay, it's going to change in a couple of days or a week. Things change very quickly with all this universe sort of at play. So, yeah, kind of in a way it sounds awful, but embrace that feeling left out in the cold, because there's more to come. You'll get the resolution for it shortly. Change too. A lot of change, Cancer, with fives. Near future. Four of Wands, and there you go, as I just said, you know, and this is forward moving energy, the number 4, very consolidating, feeling well, you know, relationships as well, doing really well, moving to a next level with a relationship. Can be a wedding card as well, or just a generally happy home feeling card, or things sort of moving forward again. Celebrations in that context as well, that, you know, you're moving through it. It's amazing what happens when you can pay attention to feelings and what's going on in your life. But this is definitely coming through second week, I would imagine. Whatever it means to you, you'll know when it sort of, how you sort of run, how your ways of coping or doing things. But this is a beautiful card to know, that to remind you that things will work out quite well and move forward even better. What's happening that you're not realising? Eight of Swords. Yeah, take your power back. So once again, you know, if this out in the cold energy, just take that power back. Just refuse to sort of be giving in. You don't have to give in. You just say, well, no, it's not what I want. It's not going to suit. It doesn't suit my moral compass, for example, with the Hierophant. It's not what I want to do. So I'm not going to do it, sorry. Take it back. Don't feel entrapped by the situation. There's a yes or a no always. You don't have to do anything that you don't feel is right for you, Cancer. How others see you. Page of Wands, so very much new things coming in, lots of waiting on some good news perhaps. People are seeing you like this, so they don't see. It's a bit very similar to Scorpio's reading. They don't see that you're sort of worried about anything or feeling left out. They just see you getting on with things and being, you know, active, getting on with your jobs, putting stuff out there, keeping stuff moving. Very sort of, Wands is always that forward moving, and this is just like that spark, you know, creativity coming through to solve a situation. Really nice card actually, and it moves very quickly too with the Page of Wands. So that's how people see you. Waiting on something. Yeah, we'll just wait. We'll see how it all pans out in the end. But it's a good card. What you're feeling positive about in July? Three of Wands. So see, look, the wands are starting to come in. Feeling very good foundations, things doing well, growth and expansion. So from your point of view, things are going really well. This card too also talks about lots of movement again, and sort of getting to a certain point, ready to move on to the next stage. Also talks about someone from overseas. It's usually a male person. So in terms of relationship or anything like that, there is this sort of energy of a person I always say it's sort of United Kingdom, sort of Scandinavian area. It's that sort of a person, very European. We're here, down here in the continent of Down Under, Australia, so we have a lot of connections with Europe, with our, you know, families of origin and that sort of thing. So he comes through. Really nice card though for moving forward, Cancer, so don't lose faith. Just keep moving forward and launching whatever you want to launch. Expansion coming through always with the 3. The outcome for July. And then more wands. See, there you go, Cancer. So, you know, making plans, getting things up off the ground, which you started, or people could see you starting that anyway. So this is sort of making that concerted effort to get to where you want to go. Options are available. As you can see, there's the sun, there's the moon. So there's 2 ways. There's 2 sort of options at the end of it. With those 2 cards, the sun illuminates and the moon can sometimes cover things up or keep things dark. But move forward towards it, because it's a great sort of energy. Fire, wands, moving forward. I'm just going to pop a clarifying card on that 5 of coins and the 8 of swords to see if we can get any further clarification on what's going on beneath the surface with these. Because these 2 positions, the lesson and then what's happening we're not realising. Underneath the 5 of coins, which is the lesson, which is feeling left out in the cold, we have 4 of coins. So that natural progression, yeah, hanging on or letting go. Which one? What are you going to do, Cancer? It's kind of a big card too. Even though it's a minor arcana card, it means a lot. So it sort of really begs you to sort of think about, do I need it or do I keep it? Is this necessary or is it not? Do I really need to feel left out in the cold? Or I'll just sort of move on and drop that for a while and move on to something more substantial for myself. Because I'm a water sign. I'm a feeling person. Underneath the 7, the 8 of swords, so that feeling of taking your power back, we have underneath that, we have the sun. So yeah, the yes answer card, illuminating card. So definitely take your power back and see what happens with that. I think once you do that very small exercise, you'll see that the sun comes through and it's quite strong, healing as well. And it shows the way. It lightens up everything so we can really see things clearly with the sun. And a yes answer card, so it would be very beneficial to keep your power for yourself. Don't give it away. Okay, now we're going to have a look at the clarification card with the Buddha reading cards and see what can tie in with your monthly reading, Cancer. The Path, the most beautiful card. The Path. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. The path to enlightenment is an endless process. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. So there, that ties in nicely with taking your power back, and also with what do you hang on to, what do you let go of. And also knowing that the wands is coming in, so things are going to move forward. So thanks so much for listening, Cancer, and I hope you have a really happy birthday for July, Cancerians.